How you doing?
I'm okay. My name Benny Lee. I'm one of the core founders of the Report to the Public, which is an exhibit that we take around the community, educate, raise people awareness of how back in the 60s the conservative vice lords came together and became one of the first street gangs to move to become a non-for-profit organization. They got grants. And the purpose of the exhibit is to raise awareness that if street gangs had the proper backing behind them and the support, that they can become a viable part of the community and can do some things. And this is history showing that that's possible. And to let the current gang members know that there's a possibility they can do the same thing
Wow.
today if they build those kind of relationships.
Okay.
And what this exhibit does, for example, this board here, there was actually a book called Report to the Public where the vice lords reported to the public how they spent the monies they got. This was a grant that they got from the Rockefeller Foundation, and they formed what they call Operation Bootstrap. Bootstrap consisted of many companies like Sears and Roebuck, Marshall Fields, Bell's Telephone Company, Kraft Food, different aldermen, different community leaders made up Bootstrap, where they would come to them with ideas and different projects, and then Bootstrap would get behind them with support letters so they could go after monies. One of the first foundation money they got is right here, where they used that money to hire young vice lords to clean up their own neighborhood. And this is another franchise that started, had two Tasty Freeze. They opened up two Tasty Freeze. And then this is outside the Teen Town, which is a restaurant they opened up right on the corner of 16th and Lawndale. And this breaks down inside Art and Soul, which was a art gallery.
Wow, art gallery.
And they joined with Chicago Art Institute. And these posters here kind of explain each piece. It's like, see where it says Conservative Vice Lord Inc. It was at 3720 West 16th Street.
Okay, Benny, let me interrupt here for a second. I want to get some clarity. So you're saying when the Vice Lord, Conservative Vice Lord first started, they were a not-for-profit and they had the backing of corporate America behind them?
What happened, they were initially a street gang from 1958 up until 1966. And that's when they became older, and they was in their 20s, and they wanted to do something so the young guys won't follow their footsteps as a street gang. And that's when they appealed to the young guys, give them some time to set up some opportunities for them. And that's when they formed Conservative Vice Lord Incorporation and got incorporated as a non-for-profit.
This organization right here.
Yeah. Here's the article of incorporation right here. Here's a copy of the article of incorporation here, showing that they got incorporated as Conservative Vice Lord Incorporation. And that was, I can't see that date on there.
I got it.
Yeah.
September. Yeah.
1967.
Yeah, that's when they got incorporated as a non-for-profit
September
organization.
11th.
September 11th.
Mm-hmm. And this, when I was talking about Art and Soul, this show how the building looked at first, and then it's what it looked like after it became Art and Soul. And this is the inside, showing that they was working with youth to enhance their artistic skill. This is just a newspaper clipping on it. And this is the two brothers. They were vice lords that actually ran it.
These two.
Mm-hmm. And then this poster here shows the African Lion, which was a boutique that they opened, because back then people was wearing dashikis and afros. And these are just some of the clothing that they made in the African Lion. And this is some vice ladies. This is they float in the Buck Billiken Day Parade. They had a float in the Buck Billiken Day Parade. And then this is some vice lords with the T-shirts on the corner of Pulaski and Madison, where they had got a grant to educate black women about breast cancer.
Wow.
Yeah. And then this is some of the women in the neighborhood taking a class on how to make cosmetics and how to distribute cosmetics. And then this board here show how they become part of U. U was Youth Organized to Unite, which was a national program. Hubert Humphrey, who was the vice president at the time, had allocated money. Whereas if a street gang in any state that can get the backing of its community saying that they're doing something good in the community, then they would go through the application process and qualify for monies to do some work in the community. And this is showing some of the meetings they held with members of you. And this is GOAT, Kenneth Parks. He was one of the presidents of the Conservative Vice Lords. Showed him in Washington, D.C. when they went for their second grant. And this is Sammy Davis Jr., who showed that he was giving support to them. And that's Gilmore, who was the president over you, that national movement. And that's what this board does. And this board here kind of, again, break down the budget of Teen Town. This is inside of Teen Town. This is Alfonso Alfred. He became the leader of the chief of the Vice Lord after Pepperlo, who was the founder, stepped down. And this white guy is David Dawley. He came to Chicago from a Century grant out of Washington, D.C., where he was doing surveys in the urban area, and he came to Lawndale, and he met the Vice Lords. He hired them to be like outreach workers doing surveys, and when his grant was over, he went to Washington, D.C., and came back to Chicago, moved in Lawndale, and worked with the Vice Lords and showed them how to go after these different grants and things.
Okay, hold it right there. Spike, stop the video.